What's up, YouTube? Make sure you subscribe to my channel. And if you new, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that like button and that notification bell so that you can get these videos when they drop. Because if you don't hit that notification bell, like I said before, you're not going to get these videos like you should. And you're going to be missing out. And I appreciate it if you share my videos. Okay, peoples, now. It seems that Rizza Islam and his mother is incarcerated along with a few other co-defendants in which they were charged with running an alleged $3.8 million medical insurance fraud scam during the operation of the now defunct Scientology licensed World Literacy Crusade and American Health and Education Clinic in Compton. Okay, him and his mother were arrested on the 1st of this month, and both are scheduled back in court later this month on the 22nd. Now, let me clarify something. Before they were arrested on the 1st of this month, they were charged and arrested back in 2010. This stems from this case. This case originated from 2010 when they were indicted for this charge. Now, I'll get into later in the video why they were arrested on the 1st of this month. Anyway, like I said, they scheduled to appear in court on these charges later this month on the 22nd. Now, I was asked this past Saturday during a YouTube show, was Rizza incarcerated or not? And I replied that I didn't know, nor did I have any knowledge of this situation until a few days ago, when it was brought to my attention. I didn't know that this had happened. In 2010, I was incarcerated myself, so I had no knowledge of this. Now, anyway, many people believe that him and his mother are being framed by the government due to their status and political views towards the government. That they were involved in Scientology and they were involved, they're involved in Islam. So many people believe this, that know that they were arrested and know about this case. I also believe that there may be some connection or some form of intentional targeting by the government, as well as retaliation for his prior videos, that he's made on YouTube and the way he speaks out. My question is, does anybody believe that these charges is in fact a direct message to the Nation of Islam or Scientology, or is this just an incident, an isolated incident where the government has singled Rizza and his mother out? Let me know if you feel that way. Anyways, the alleged crime was carried out by utilizing high school students. The students were brought into the Scientology clinic for drug addiction treatments that they apparently they didn't need, so Medi-Cal could be fraudulently billed. There was other people involved in this allegedly. So there was 3 educators, 2 high school principals, and the head coach of Dominguez High, who were all arrested as well. Anyone not familiar with Dominguez High is a high school in Compton, California. Anyway, all of these officials were accused of supplying the Islams with these students. According to records, the 2 principals knew which high school students qualified for the Medi-Cal coverage because they allegedly had access to all of the records. So what they would do is show the students an anti-drug film for about an hour. Then it was the job of the ghostwriters to invent lengthy progress reports for each of the students, pretending that they had actually been through a whole series of drug treatments and not just sitting around watching a video. Now, when the state came and ever audited the program, Rizza and his mother could show the fraudulent progress reports written by the ghostwriters without being detected. Rizza and his mother have been delaying. The court records I was reading, and some of the court records, they was talking about Rizza and his mother have been delaying the court hearing since 2010. And they were both arrested in court. Like I said, I was going to get to this, and I'm getting to it now. They were both arrested in court while they were asserting their sovereign rights. And both of them was arrested for contempt of court on October the 1st. This judge in this case seems very biased against the Islams, in my opinion, because he wouldn't permit Hanan Islam, which is Rizza Islam's mother, to represent herself and become pro per, which means in propria persona. Okay, for those of you that don't know, it's when someone decides to defend themselves in a court of law without any legal representation. You know, when you can't represent yourself in court anyway, because you're not a court agent, so you can never represent yourself anyway. You have to defend yourself anyway. Hanan has lawful rights, not legal rights, but lawful rights, because lawful rights is dealing with your God-given rights, and legal rights is dealing with man's rights. So she has lawful rights, not legal rights, to defend herself in a court against anyone who brings up charges against her. What her and Rizza is claiming is that the court has no jurisdiction over them, and they're 100% correct. You know, they're not bound by they're not bound nor governed by any man's laws, and it's up to the courts to prove this, which they can never prove this, because no human being has jurisdiction over another human being except for the creator. You know, and I explain all of this in a later video for people who don't comprehend what I'm saying. Anyways, the court is upset at both of them because they haven't been able to prosecute the Islams. In this case, like I said, have been going on since 2010, and it's already 2019. Like I mentioned earlier in this video, I believe the government has launched a retaliation case against the Islams. You know, they are definitely utilizing the old COINTELPRO tactics they use to bring down, infiltrate prior black organizations and leaders, and bring down the Black Panthers and, all them type of organizations back in the 60s when COINTELPRO was implemented by J. Edgar Hoover, which was he was the head of the FBI back then, and COINTELPRO stands for counterintelligence programs, and they use illegal tactics such as illegal surveillance and tapping of phones and everything else they can do to bring you down or bring an organization down, even lying and killing. Okay, so I wouldn't be surprised if this is all because of Rizza's new book that he came out with a few weeks ago, and the informative contents inside of it. When I receive more info, I keep everyone updated. That's all the info I had, but like I said, when I get more, I keep everyone updated, and there was a few of the co-defendants whom already pled guilty in this case, and I don't know how much time they received. I don't know how much time Rizza and his mom is looking at, and like I said, when I find that out, I'll let everyone know, and I do believe that one person wasn't charged at all. And that one person that wasn't charged, I don't know if that person actually assisted the government in this case or not. I just know that that person wasn't charged. I do know that Rizza and his mother have pled not guilty to all of the charges, which she has 4 charges and he has 2. And I believe one of those was just contempt of court. And they was given $1,000 fine over that. And I don't see how you can be given $1,000 fine over a contempt of court charge, especially when no one was harmed. There's no victim. There's no actual crime. Now, one of those charges is something dealing with revenue and taxation. So it's possible that the IRS may be getting involved in this case, or they may already be involved. I really don't know. I'm not 100% sure, but that is one of the charges. And both of them have bails of $130,000 to $250,000, though neither has posted as of this time right now. And hopefully they both can come up from under this madness, I don't want to see any of our peoples incarcerated in the belly of the beast, because that's what that is when you're behind enemy lines. When you're in prison or jail, you're in the belly of the beast. So, I do hope they come up from under this unscathed, and I send out my prayers to them and their family. And that's another thing, Hanan Islam, which is Rizza Islam's mom, I guess she was the mastermind behind this. allegedly, and that's what they're saying, you know, though I don't believe this because Scientology is bigger than Rizza Islam and his mom. So if this is true and they was making this much money, there was somebody up in the Scientology organization that was above them that was receiving funds too. And, you know, they should, you know, that person should be investigated or whatever. You know, it shouldn't just be the Islams and the coaches and all that at a lower level, because we know the higher level is dealing with the Caucasians. But anyway, like I said, I'll keep you updated. I'll bring more information as I get it. Like I said before, if you're new to this channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that notification bell, hit that like button, and make sure you share my videos. Peace.